Hey guys, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for the continuous support, suggestions, and phone calls. Let's keep it going, guys.
So guys, we're looking at forages. We just came from Shervin. We looked at the bread nut that he harvested for his animals. I wanted to show you a next one that is, not really popular, and it's very good in protein and energy. It's the titonia. I don't want you guys going out there and harvesting people's gardens, but it's actually a very high protein plant, and it does excellent for your small ruminants. So take a look at titonia.
Titonia, aka the Mexican wildflower, can be found on the roadside along in Mandeville. It's a very good crop as it's high in crude protein, provides a lot of fiber and minerals, commonly used in Colombia and Central America. It grows on poor and acid soils and it has that aesthetic value with that beautiful flower. Digging deeper into our forage diets, we went and visited Mr. Bent and Mr. Facey in St. Elizabeth, who called us and said, "Hey Khalil, come let us look at our mixed ration that we have. We're utilizing local forages and our crop waste to develop a forage-based ration that we think could be added to the TMR." Mr. Facey and Mr. Bent are crop farmers, so they decided to utilize their waste pumpkins into their feeding systems. Pumpkins can be fed to pigs, sheep, cattle, or goat, and it's a very good source of protein and fiber. But we have to be cautious, especially for castrated ruminants, because of the phosphor levels. Ask a nutritionist like myself to help you to balance the mineral levels. And we can also make pumpkin silage. Mr. Facey was very eager to demonstrate his mix and allow me as a nutritionist to kind of give recommendations to where I could see areas of improvement or to make some level of adjustment based on the levels used per ingredient. Let us look into what these ingredients really contribute to the diet. For example, he uses strictly forages. So, for example, guinea grass provides energy. Sugarcane is also a high energy ingredient. He uses quick stick as a protein source and pumpkins for protein and fiber. This is a great combination that I promote to farmers to use this type of diversified ingredient levels of different forages to include into your ruminant diet. We then looked into the mix quality and looked into the particle size, which is important as this will affect the animal's digestibility and feed intake. It's important that we have this mix properly done because animals will sort and this can cause rumen problems like acidiosis because animals tend to select ingredients that will be high energy or highly fermentable. We also have to look at the particle size, and this is where we discuss the differences between a shredder machine and a shafting machine. Farmers should invest in a shafting machine to get the right particle size, to get the right cuts for the forages so animals can consume it better. It was an excellent idea for Mr. Bent and Mr. Facey to add quick stick to their diet, as it's an excellent source of protein that we required. It can easily be found around the island. It's in fence posts, but we can't feed too much of it because it actually taints the milk and it's easily planted. But quick stick is an important ingredient in our diet, especially when we're feeding high energy diets because it assists with that carbon to nitrogen ratio. The microbial bacteria consume this nitrogen that allows it to break down the fiber. So this combination is perfect for the ruminant environment. Sugarcane is also commonly found around and is very underutilized, and it's a very good energy source for our animals that can allow us to drive production level. It's commonly grown and we should not overfeed and we should introduce this slowly to animals because it can cause bloat. The recycling of pumpkin into the animals' feeding system, I believe, is again why St. Elizabeth is really an agricultural parish of the island. They think about sustainable practices that protects the environment, but at the same time increase their profit margins, as this is a low-cost ingredient that they could add to the animals that could drive productivity. So kudos to Mr. Bent and Mr. Facey down in St. Elizabeth, who I believe again really changing the game. But however, in my mind, this mixing seems a little bit subsistence, and this is where the TMR 50/50 for farmers will definitely change the game. Farmers will be able to make a proper mix and easily distribute it to their animals. And even think about it, they could turn it into a business and sell other farmers this type of forage mix. And with Hyper Help, we'll provide you with the concentrates that could allow you to sell a total mixed ration to your farmers out there in that satellite type of setup. So come on guys, let's get going with the ruminant sector. Let us build our forage systems and our diets better. So the final test of the day is to actually look at the animals' feed intake or their acceptance of the feed, how palatable it was for the animals. And from this video, we could actually see that the animals were all craving for their mixed diet. However, one observation was seen that I should let farmers notice. From it fell into the feeding troughs, animals started to look for their favorite part of the diet. They looked for the pumpkin. They were actually starting to sort for the meal, which is a bad thing for ruminants. The TMR can solve this problem. I will further demonstrate what I'll call the national balance diet for small ruminants depending on their age, stage of reproduction, and size, and is looking to utilizing our vitamins and minerals, carbohydrate, fats, protein, fiber, and definitely our water. Let's look into the phase feeding program offered by Hypro. You have the general maintenance ration that fits for animals not in that production stage, the premium goat rations for animals in production, the dairy ration for lactating animals. Farmers on the TMR program would have a TMR protein, and we also have access to the minerals, or free choice minerals. Farmers would use this to basically compensate how that they feed animals at particular stages to allow their phase feeding systems and even save on money. I do hope this vlog assisted you in understanding how is it that we need to increase our forage productions and how is it that we can mix our forages to create balanced diet for animals using the Hypro's concentrate and supplement programs with our free choice minerals. Thank you guys, and see you on the next episode.